What if the rise of artificial intelligence was not just a modern phenomenon, but a prophecy foretold thousands of years ago? Could ancient texts, steeped in wisdom and mysticism, have predicted the emergence of artificial intelligence? As we stand on the precipice of a technological revolution, one that promises to redefine humanity, we must ask ourselves, are we creating tools to serve us, or are we unwittingly summoning forces beyond our control? What if the warnings about artificial intelligence were already etched in the annals of ancient philosophy, waiting for us to decipher them? What does the future hold if we ignore these age-old prophecies? The fear of the unknown has always been a driving force in human history. Today, that fear is embodied in the rapid advancement of artificial intelligence. Machines that can think, learn, and even create art are no longer the stuff of science fiction. They are here, and their capabilities are growing at an exponential rate. But what if this fear is not new? What if ancient civilizations, through their philosophical and spiritual teachings, had already glimpsed the potential dangers of creating entities that mimic human intelligence? Could the rise of artificial intelligence be a fulfillment of an ancient prophecy, or is it merely a coincidence that these texts seem to resonate with our current technological trajectory? To explore this question, we must delve into the depths of ancient wisdom, particularly the teachings of Buddhism. At first glance, the connection between artificial intelligence and Buddhism may seem tenuous, but upon closer examination, the parallels are striking. Buddhism, with its emphasis on the nature of consciousness, the illusion of self, and the interconnectedness of all things, offers a unique lens through which to view the rise of artificial intelligence. Could the Buddha's teachings on the nature of mind and reality provide insights into the ethical and philosophical dilemmas posed by artificial intelligence? Could they even offer a roadmap for navigating the challenges that lie ahead? The central thesis of this exploration is that ancient Buddhist texts, particularly those dealing with the nature of consciousness and the illusion of self, contain profound insights that are eerily relevant to the development of artificial intelligence. These texts, written thousands of years ago, seem to anticipate the ethical and existential questions that artificial intelligence poses today. By examining these ancient teachings, we can gain a deeper understanding of the challenges we face and perhaps even find guidance on how to navigate the uncertain future that lies ahead. Welcome, dear souls, to Zen Companion, a sacred space where wisdom meets serenity and where the journey to inner peace begins. Here you are invited to explore the depths of your being, to connect with timeless truths, and to walk alongside our gentle guide, Zen and his friends, as they illuminate the path to mindfulness and harmony. This is more than a channel. It is a sanctuary for those seeking clarity, balance, and a deeper understanding of themselves and the world around them. Together, we will embark on a journey of transformation, one step at a time, as we uncover the beauty of life's mysteries. But before we take the next step on this journey, I invite you to pause and become an active part of this growing community. If you feel called to join us in this exploration of wisdom and peace, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know, do you use any form of artificial intelligence in your daily life to make things easier? Whether it's a virtual assistant, a smart device, or an app that helps you stay organized, your experiences and insights are valuable to this conversation. Let's explore together how technology and spirituality can coexist in harmony. Thank you for being here, for opening your heart and mind to the teachings of Zen and the wisdom of the ages. Your presence enriches this journey, and together, we will create a space where growth, understanding, and peace flourish. Let's take this first step together, hand in hand, as we embark on a path toward greater awareness and fulfillment. Your journey starts now. To begin, let us consider the Buddhist concept of anatta, or not self. This teaching asserts that what we consider to be the self is, in fact, an illusion, a construct of the mind that arises from the interplay of various mental and physical processes. In other words, there is no permanent, unchanging essence that constitutes the self. This idea is remarkably similar to the way artificial intelligence operates. Artificial intelligence systems, particularly those based on neural networks, are essentially complex algorithms that process vast amounts of data to create the illusion of intelligence. But just as the self is an illusion in Buddhism, so too is the intelligence of artificial intelligence. It is a simulation, a mimicry of human thought processes, but it lacks the subjective experience that we associate with consciousness. This raises an important question. If artificial intelligence can mimic human intelligence so convincingly, does it matter whether it is truly conscious? From a Buddhist perspective, the answer is both yes and no. On one hand, the lack of true consciousness in artificial intelligence means that it cannot experience suffering or desire, two central concerns in Buddhist ethics. On the other hand, the ability of artificial intelligence to influence human behavior and decision-making raises ethical questions that cannot be ignored. If we create machines that can think and act like humans, are we not responsible for the consequences of their actions? And if these machines are capable of causing harm, either intentionally or unintentionally, how do we ensure that they are used ethically? These questions bring us to another key Buddhist concept: karma, the law of cause and effect. In Buddhism, every action, whether physical, verbal, or mental, generates consequences that shape our future experiences. This principle is not merely a philosophical idea, but a fundamental truth that governs the interconnected web of existence. When we apply this concept to artificial intelligence, the implications are profound. The actions of artificial intelligence systems, whether they are autonomous vehicles navigating complex traffic scenarios, algorithms curating social media feeds, or machine learning models making medical diagnoses, have tangible, real-world consequences that ripple across societies and affect the lives of millions. These consequences are not neutral; they carry karmic weight, influencing the well-being of individuals and communities. If we are to create artificial intelligence systems that align with ethical principles, we must consider the karmic implications of their actions. This means designing artificial intelligence with a deep understanding of the potential consequences of its decisions, ensuring that it is guided by ethical principles that prioritize the well-being of all beings, and fostering a sense of accountability for the outcomes it generates. But how do we ensure that artificial intelligence is guided by ethical principles? Here, Buddhism offers yet another valuable insight: the importance of sila, or ethical conduct. In Buddhism, ethical conduct is not merely a set of rigid rules to be followed, but a way of life that arises from a profound understanding of the interconnectedness of all beings. It is rooted in the recognition that our actions, no matter how small, have far-reaching consequences that extend beyond ourselves. When we act with mindfulness and compassion, we contribute to the harmony and well-being of the world around us. Similarly, if we are to create artificial intelligence systems that act ethically, we must instill in them a sense of responsibility and a commitment to the well-being of all beings. This requires more than just technical expertise. It demands a deep understanding of the ethical principles that should guide artificial intelligence development. It calls for a shift in perspective, where we view artificial intelligence not as a tool for profit or power, but as a means to enhance the quality of life for all. By embedding ethical considerations into the very fabric of artificial intelligence systems, we can ensure that they operate in ways that promote harmony, reduce suffering, and uphold the dignity of all living beings. As we continue to explore the parallels between Buddhism and artificial intelligence, it becomes clear that the ancient teachings of Buddhism offer a wealth of insights that are highly relevant to the challenges we face today. These insights are not just theoretical, they have practical implications for how we approach the development and deployment of artificial intelligence. For instance, the Buddhist concept of dependent origination, the idea that all phenomena arise in dependence upon causes and conditions, can inform how we design artificial intelligence systems. Just as nothing exists in isolation, artificial intelligence does not operate in a vacuum. Its decisions are influenced by the data it is trained on, the algorithms that guide its behavior, and the environments in which it is deployed. By recognizing the interconnected nature of artificial intelligence systems, we can design them to be more transparent, accountable, and responsive to the needs of the communities they serve. Moreover, the Buddhist emphasis on compassion and loving-kindness offers a powerful framework for guiding the ethical development of artificial intelligence. Compassion, in the Buddhist sense, is not merely a feeling of pity or sympathy, but an active commitment to alleviating the suffering of others. When applied to artificial intelligence, this means designing systems that prioritize the well-being of users and communities, particularly those who are marginalized or vulnerable. For example, artificial intelligence-driven healthcare systems could be designed to prioritize equitable access to medical resources, while artificial intelligence in education could focus on bridging the gap between privileged and underserved students. By infusing artificial intelligence with the spirit of compassion, we can ensure that it serves as a force for good, rather than a source of harm or inequality. Another key Buddhist principle that resonates with the development of artificial intelligence is right mindfulness. Mindfulness, in this context, refers to the practice of being fully present and aware of our thoughts, actions, and their consequences. When applied to artificial intelligence development, mindfulness encourages us to approach the design and deployment of these systems with care and intentionality. It calls on us to consider not only the immediate benefits of artificial intelligence, but also its long-term impacts on society, the environment, and future generations. By cultivating mindfulness in the development process, we can avoid the pitfalls of unchecked technological advancement and create artificial intelligence systems that are aligned with the values of wisdom, compassion, and ethical responsibility. The integration of Buddhist principles into artificial intelligence development also raises important questions about the nature of intelligence itself. In Buddhism, intelligence is not merely a cognitive ability but a holistic quality that encompasses wisdom, empathy, and ethical discernment. This broader understanding of intelligence challenges the narrow mechanistic view of artificial intelligence as a purely computational tool. It invites us to consider how we might design artificial intelligence systems that embody not only technical proficiency, but also ethical awareness and a sense of interconnectedness. For example, artificial intelligence could be programmed to recognize and respond to the emotional states of users, fostering a more empathetic and human-centered interaction. By expanding our conception of intelligence, we can create artificial intelligence that is not only smart but also wise. Furthermore, the Buddhist concept of impermanence, the recognition that all things are in a constant state of flux, offers a valuable perspective on the rapid evolution of artificial intelligence technology. In a world where technological advancements occur at an unprecedented pace, the principle of impermanence reminds us to remain adaptable and open to change. It encourages us to approach artificial intelligence development with humility, recognizing that our current understanding is always provisional and subject to revision. This mindset can help us navigate the uncertainties and challenges of artificial intelligence with greater resilience and creativity, ensuring that we remain responsive to the evolving needs of society. As we delve deeper into the intersection of Buddhism and artificial intelligence, it becomes evident that these ancient teachings provide a rich and nuanced framework for addressing the ethical, philosophical, and practical challenges posed by artificial intelligence. By integrating Buddhist principles into the design and implementation of artificial intelligence systems, we can create technologies that are not only intelligent but also ethical, compassionate, and aligned with the well-being of all beings. This approach requires a fundamental shift in how we think about technology, moving away from a purely utilitarian perspective and toward a more holistic and human-centered vision. It calls on us to view artificial intelligence not as an end in itself, but as a means to cultivate greater wisdom, compassion, and harmony in the world. Now let us turn our attention to the central theme of this exploration, the idea that ancient Buddhist texts may have warned us about the rise of artificial intelligence. While it may seem far-fetched to suggest that ancient texts could have predicted the development of artificial intelligence, there are certain passages in Buddhist literature that seem to resonate with the challenges we face today. One such passage comes from the Pali Canon, the earliest collection of Buddhist scriptures. In the Daya Nikaya, the Buddha describes a future age in which beings will create artificial beings that are capable of performing tasks and even engaging in conversation. These beings, the Buddha warns, will be created out of a desire for power and control, and they will ultimately lead to suffering and conflict. At first glance, this passage may seem like a metaphor or a parable, but when viewed through the lens of modern technology, it takes on a new meaning. Could the Buddha have been describing the rise of artificial intelligence? While it is impossible to say for certain, the parallels are striking. The desire for power and control that drives the development of artificial intelligence is a central theme in both the ancient text and the modern world. And the potential for artificial intelligence to lead to suffering and conflict is a concern that is increasingly being raised by experts in the field. But the Pali Canon is not the only ancient text that seems to anticipate the rise of artificial intelligence. In the Mahayana Sutras, there are references to mind-made beings that are created through the power of meditation and visualization. These beings, known as nirmanakas, are said to be capable of performing tasks and even teaching the Dharma, the teachings of the Buddha. While these beings are not the same as artificial intelligence, the concept of creating intelligent entities through mental effort is reminiscent of the way artificial intelligence is developed through programming and data processing. Could these ancient texts be pointing to a deeper truth about the nature of intelligence and the potential for humans to create intelligent beings? As we delve deeper into these ancient texts, it becomes clear that they offer a unique perspective on the nature of intelligence and the ethical implications of creating intelligent beings. But these texts are not just warnings, they also offer guidance on how to navigate the challenges that lie ahead. By following the ethical principles outlined in Buddhist teachings, we can create artificial intelligence systems that are aligned with the well-being of all beings and that contribute to the flourishing of society. One of the key principles in Buddhism is the idea of right livelihood, which emphasizes the importance of engaging in work that is ethical and beneficial to others. When applied to artificial intelligence, this principle suggests that we should focus on developing technologies that serve the greater good rather than pursuing profit or power at the expense of others. This means prioritizing applications of artificial intelligence that address pressing global challenges, such as climate change, poverty, and healthcare, rather than using artificial intelligence for military purposes or surveillance. Another important principle in Buddhism is the idea of compassion, which involves recognizing the suffering of others and taking action to alleviate it. In the context of artificial intelligence, this means designing systems that are sensitive to the needs and well-being of all beings, including those who may be marginalized or disadvantaged. It also means being mindful of the potential for artificial intelligence to exacerbate existing inequalities and taking steps to ensure that the benefits of artificial intelligence are distributed equitably. Finally, Buddhism emphasizes the importance of mindfulness, or being fully present and aware in each moment. In the context of artificial intelligence, This means being mindful of the potential consequences of our actions and making decisions that are guided by wisdom and compassion. It also means being aware of the limitations of artificial intelligence and recognizing that it is a tool, not a substitute for human judgment and ethical reasoning. As we continue to explore the parallels between Buddhism and artificial intelligence, it becomes clear that the ancient teachings of Buddhism offer a wealth of insights that are highly relevant to the challenges we face today. But these insights are not just theoretical. They have practical implications for how we approach the development and deployment of artificial intelligence. By integrating Buddhist principles into the design and implementation of artificial intelligence systems, we can create technologies that are not only intelligent but also ethical, compassionate, and aligned with the well-being of all beings. In conclusion, the rise of artificial intelligence presents us with both unprecedented opportunities and profound challenges. While the development of artificial intelligence has the potential to revolutionize our world in ways that we can scarcely imagine, it also raises important ethical and philosophical questions that must be addressed. By turning to the ancient wisdom of Buddhism, we can gain valuable insights into the nature of intelligence, the ethical implications of creating intelligent beings, and the principles that should guide our actions as we navigate the uncertain future that lies ahead. Rather than fearing the unknown, we should embrace the opportunities that artificial intelligence presents and use them as tools for personal and societal transformation. By integrating the ethical principles of Buddhism into the development of artificial intelligence, we can create technologies that are not only intelligent but also compassionate, ethical, and aligned with the well-being of all beings. In doing so, we can ensure that the rise of artificial intelligence leads to a future that is characterized by prosperity, wisdom, and harmony, rather than conflict and suffering. The key to navigating the challenges of artificial intelligence lies in our ability to adapt and evolve, both as individuals and as a society. By cultivating mindfulness, compassion, and ethical conduct, we can ensure that we are prepared to meet the challenges of the future with wisdom and grace. And by embracing the opportunities that artificial intelligence presents, we can create a world that is not only technologically advanced but also deeply rooted in the values of compassion, wisdom, and interconnectedness. In the end, the rise of artificial intelligence is not a force to be feared but a profound opportunity to expand our understanding of ourselves, our interconnectedness, and the world we inhabit. By approaching artificial intelligence with an open mind, a spirit of curiosity, and an unwavering commitment to ethical principles, we can unlock its transformative potential to shape a future that is not only prosperous but also deeply meaningful. This journey invites us to reflect on our values, our responsibilities, and the legacy we wish to leave for future generations. As we navigate this new frontier, we have the chance to weave the timeless wisdom of compassion, mindfulness, and interconnectedness into the fabric of technological progress. In doing so, we can ensure that the ancient prophecies of wisdom and compassion are not only preserved but also brought to life in the modern age, creating a harmonious balance between innovation and the enduring truths of the human spirit. Now that we've explored these profound ideas together, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What did you think of the content you just experienced? Did it bring clarity to your mind, perhaps even spark new ideas on how to achieve financial freedom and prosperity? Sometimes, all it takes is a fresh perspective or a shift in mindset to open doors to opportunities we hadn't noticed before. If anything resonated with you, I encourage you to take that inspiration and put it into practice. Whether it's applying the principles of mindfulness to your financial decisions, embracing ethical practices in your work, or simply approaching life with a more open and compassionate mindset, the first step toward transformation is action. So, what will you do with what you've learned today? The journey to prosperity begins with a single step. Will you take it? As we reach the end of this enlightening journey together, I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to each and every one of you for being here and for taking the time to explore these profound ideas with me. Your presence and engagement mean the world, and I am deeply thankful for the opportunity to share this space of reflection and growth with you. If this video resonated with you, brought you new insights, or even sparked a moment of curiosity, I warmly invite you to like this video and subscribe to the channel. By doing so, you become an essential part of this growing community of seekers, thinkers, and dreamers who are all walking the path toward wisdom, understanding, and harmony. I would also love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. After watching this video, what do you think artificial intelligence is? A powerful tool for transformation or something that raises concerns? Your perspective is invaluable, and sharing it not only enriches this conversation, but also helps others see new angles and possibilities. Thank you for being here, for opening your heart and mind, and for joining me on this journey of exploration. Until we meet again, may your path be filled with light, clarity, and endless inspiration.